Okay. Okay. So let's first and foremost, this is a set 2 deck. We got the big old set 2 here. So I want to talk about the attack lineups. Our numbers are 75. I think it's a totally fine number for where we're at attack wise. Instant explosive release at a 3 of detonation launcher. We've got if enhanced flip a foundation if your next attack is high at the top card of your deck to your momentum. If it's mid, your rival flips foundation. This is a high. This is a low. This is a high, mid, high. Okay. So first and foremost, I'm loving this card. This card is sick. I think that this card is greedy, and so I'm just gonna make a bunch of changes. I'm just gonna make a bunch of changes to the deck, and we'll see where we get from there. Okay. I instantly we gotta pull up this. Sorry, chat. What is this doing here? We don't have the order symbol. That card is bad in our deck. Okay. What ranged attacks do we have? I think the goal is actually just to play Detonation Launcher in this deck and then pop off. I instantly hate this card. This card's going in the sideboard so he can see that it still exists, but it's gone. I think that card's so greedy. We don't need 4 of this main boarded. We put 2 in the main board and we put 1 in the sideboard. Okay, let's keep going. I think this card is terrible. I think this card's so bad. We'll put 1 in the sideboard so that we know that it exists, and then we'll put this here. And let's look at our other ranged options. Okay, he sizes into Todoroki too. That sucks. We're killing people with this deck. Okay, so we got the high. I think we're just put Chrome Frog back into our deck. I think it's just a better card than I think it's just a better card than Instant Explosive Release. It just does better things. You're not ranged. Ignore the side. It was just thoughts. Okay, I'm into that. I'm into that. I was playing. We're only playing 2 of this? Question mark? Okay, I'm fixing it. We're fixing it. This is another 4 of. And then where'd you go? I guess. And then look, we're back to 22 attacks. Chad, remember where we started attack-wise? If we absolutely wanted to jam this up to the like a 3 of, I think I wouldn't hate it. Okay, so here is the deck, right? So we Crow and Frog, and then Detonation Launcher, and then Nitro Ignition, right? And then we don't care about the powerful on this. We just care about the fact that like it's going to get very big. Heat Wave generating the momentum is great. Hellfire Javelin generating the momentum is great. Actually, if there's anything I don't love Hellfire Javelin at the 4 of. I think actually being like a 3 of might be where it's at. Maybe we can find room for like one other card. One Howitzer Impact Cyclone. Tight. This card in Fury All Might 2 is gonna be nuts. Going to be nuts. Blue Flame Spiral, annoying. Wait, we're not playing, yeah? Do you like Hellflame Javelin more than you like Exploding Pride? Question mark. I think we actually just jammed 2 of this, and then we jammed 2 of this. Because this card's not fair sometimes. Yeah. Alright, we'll put you back to a 4 of, and we'll see where we get from there. So we're playing 24 attacks inside of our 74 card deck currently. We might be able to pop up a couple. Slow the sideboard, automatic disqualification. You're right, got me there. 4 and 4 is perfect. I think there is a world where we could sideboard go for the win. We could. I don't think it's necessary, but we certainly could. Let me just double check. Let me just double check that everything's PogChamp. Yeah, go for the win. That's cool. Okay. Moving on. Things that I love. Latent skill is great. In the Typhoon is like the best foundation in the deck. No cap. It's going to be a 3 of. Easy. Love Frozen. I don't know if it needs to be a 4 of. I think it could drop down to 3. Nervous Habit needs to be a 4 of, though. Our character inherently gives damage. We need to give speed. Forcing Surrender being a 3 of is rad, but now it's 4. Ice Gliding is cool, but it's going to be a 2 of. I think that we're not going to get a ton of value out of this card. The best thing to do with this card is offensively commit it for the speed and then Frozen, and then our thing gets blocked and our next thing gets +1/+2. That's cool. Keen Observation now is live because we have Exploding Pride, so now we actually get to burn them, right? Because we had no other burn cards. So now this is not a dead card. It now has a tactic with Exploding Pride, which is the 2 of, which I kind of want to put into 3. I don't know. I think Hellflame Javelin is neat, but I don't think it's necessary. I think the actual linchpin of making this deck work is actually Detonation Launcher. Actually, I think this is the thing that pushes this deck over the edge. If your next attack is high at the top card, deduct your momentum. It's stunning. Absolutely wonderful. I love League Interview, and I think League Interview combined with Crone Frog is one of the coolest plays that you can do, right? Because it means that it says that you're allowed to just commit the League Interview after you check your 4 and be fine with it. Arrogant Disposition is great. Double Self Assured. I guess we could play 2. I currently only play 1 because of I'm playing a Fury package, not a Rage package. But the fact that we're playing ranges is probably good at the 2 of. And Irrefutable Force of Nature is a 4 of. How dare you make it not? How are we looking? Hey, look, I fixed our block zones. So all I've done is I've pushed you up by literally 1 more card. I think I might have taken out an attack, but I think that I'm playing roughly 24, and I have significantly less on attack draw power than you do. You have draw power here, and you have more momentum snapping than I do. I am playing Signature Right Swing as opposed to Frigid Heatwave, which is like cycling as opposed to raw draw. And so I think that you're just going to find more faster results with this All Might than I do with the one that I have currently. And one that I have currently is very good. Yeah, I think Irrefutable is insane, and I think that people not playing this card at a 4 of are kind of bananas. It literally beats a fourth. It beats a fourth of the cards in the game, right? Literally, if you sit down against Irrefutable Force of Nature against your deck, all of your foundations could be blank. Any foundation that they don't want you to have, you don't have. Imagine that. This beats literally a fourth of all decks in existence. Is this one card? And that's if everybody plays even decks, which they don't, because the fire deck isn't. The fire symbol's insane. The water symbol's insane. The earth symbol is very playable next set. This card's going to only go up in stock. This easily is going to be $10 to $12 rare. I see it. I see it now. I'm reading the code in the Matrix. Let's see if there are any other random set 2 cards that I'm missing. We don't need to play Revel. Drowning is cool. Maybe a sideboard card. Defrosting is really sick in our deck, but I think it's actually too much mill. No, it looks like this is probably the list of it. Is there not an issue with the amount of non-spam in the deck? Let's look. Difficulty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think 14's fine. 14's probably fine. Just play smart lines. If you need more spam, then we could put Ice Gliding up to the 3 of, and then I guess we're back to the number that we were at. The thing about it though is like we don't necessarily need more spam as we're playing cards because of, one, League Interview is great. Chrome Frog doesn't count. Detonation Launcher snaps us some momentum on our turn, like really snaps us some momentum. So it makes our form capture evildoers even spicier so that we can clear our card pool and keep popping off. And then Nitro Explosion, it clears itself from the card pool. And so you actually can go way, way longer, way deeper into a pool than you normally could because of these facts. Yeah, plus, like, and this is crazy. In an All Might deck, you should be building twice before you pop off anyways. You should not be attacking on Prime. The only way that you would ever want to attack on Prime is to maybe play a Crow and Frog and hope that it hits, right? And inside of our deck, we don't have the world's craziest poke, which is Turn to Dust. I think if we had Turn to Dust in our deck, we have way more reason to attack on Prime. But like that card's insane. So I currently only have 2 Nitro. I would suggest picking up 2 more. If you are interested in really playing this deck, you got to pick up 2 more of these, because I think the only way that you can play this character under fire is with 4 of this card. For the time being, I'm down to drop it back down to a 2 of, and it's what's going to be our double instant explosive release again. But realize that I think that card is an F tier card. Or it's actually right here, huh? I think this card is an F tier card. I think it is not good. I think it is greedy. Yeah, that's why I played the instant explosive release. We're on the same page then. We're on the same page. Everything about this card is worse than this card. Everything. This is a card that I would let date my daughter. I wouldn't let this card pump gas for my daughter. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it. $77 cards in our deck. Put Ice Gliding back down to a 2 of. Man, I kind of want a League Interview to be a 1 of 2, but I can't find it. Am I crazy for wanting Selfisher to be a 1 of? It's a 4 check. Yeah, I think this is where I'm at. I think this is my first impressions of like a set 2 All Might. Concentrate for the auto momentum. Nah, I don't think we're allowed to play more actions, sadly. I think if we were to play more actions, it's actually probably go for the win, because it helps us push damage through by giving that bonus speed, as well as if I check poorly, I just pop these cards and get fresh ones. I think go for the win is the cleaner choice, personally. I think with us having access to, do you think I should play Clever Distraction over Ice Gliding? You could. So I think for this version, you should test out Ice Gliding and see how you feel about it. Because Ice Gliding is a card that can do both, right? Like it can. It just depends. Ice Gliding into Frozen feels really good, but I don't know. I don't know. No. I think this is where you should probably start with your list, though, right? And the first thing I'm going to tell you to do, you got to buckle down. You got to get 2 more of these. I have one for trade if you want it. I need Kirigiri. Anywho, yeah, thank you for the support on Patreon. I think this is a cool list. I like this list a lot. I'm excited to see your success with Hellflame Javelin. And I'm excited to see your success with Detonation Launcher. This card right here is probably going to be put into my deck instead of the corrosion lunge. I think that's just instantly where it goes. Although it's a high block, I don't know. It's tough. Anywho, thank you for the support, and I'll get you this list. Thanks, buddy.